In brioche knitting, there's two sides of the work. Normally we would call it the right side and the wrong side, but sometimes in brioche knitting it's easier to label it as the light side, where you have the lighter color yarn being the dominant color, and the dark side of the brioche work, where the darker color is the dominant color. In brioche knitting, you work a 4-row repeat where you work across the light side with color A, slide the stitches, work across the light side once again with color B, rotate the work across the dark side with color A, and then slide your stitches without turning the work and work across in color B. For the next stitch, I'm going to be working a decrease, a brioche knit 2 together. It looks like this when it's completed. The right column of stitches is going to overlap the left column of stitches and make that decrease. The way you make a brioche knit 2 together is you slip the first stitch knitwise to turn it. Then you're going to knit the brioche knit stitch with this stitch. Knit them together. And finally, with your left hand needle, you scoop up that first stitch that you slipped and pass it over the top. And that is the completed brioche knit 2 together. And here I'll demonstrate the brioche knit 2 together once again. Slip the first stitch knitwise. Knit the next 2 stitches together. Pass the stitch over. So now we're going to make a brioche slip knit or slip knit, which looks like this, where this column of stitches is going to lie on top of this column of stitches. And the way that you make a brioche slip knit, you slip the first stitch knitwise, knit the next stitch, reach underneath that first slipped brioche stitch and pass it over the top. Then you have to return this stitch to the left hand needle so that you can reach across with your right hand needle and pass the next brioche knit stitch with its wrap over the top. And you have a single stitch remaining. So you used to have 2 brioche stitches with a single stitch in the middle. Now you just have 1 knit stitch, and it has created that decrease in the fabric. I'll show you that brioche slip knit one more time. Slip the first brioche stitch knitwise, knit into the single stitch. With your left hand needle, grab that brioche stitch and pass it over the top to bind it off. Slip that single stitch back to the left hand needle and pass this brioche stitch over the top. Then you're going to need to return that stitch to the right hand needle to continue to work across the row. To make a brioche knit increase, we're using color A on the light side of the work. We're working in brioche knits, and we come to one of these brioche stitches that has a wrap over the top. We knit into the stitch, but we don't drop it off the left hand needle. We yarn over and we knit into that stitch again before we drop it off. Now we've made 3 loops in color A, all coming from that 1 loop. I'll show you that again. So to brioche knit increase, we knit into the brioche stitch, yarn over, brioche knit, second time, to make 3 loops. So we just made a brioche knit increase that created 3 loops from 1 loop. It is possible to make brioche increases with more loops. You just continue in the same pattern where you brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit. We've now increased 1 loop into 5 loops. You can also do 1 loop into 7 loops, depending on what your pattern calls for. And this particular pattern has its increases using color B on the light side of the work. So we're going to be increasing purlwise. Remember that a stitch with a wrap is considered 1 stitch, so we insert our needle as if to purl, wrap the yarn, but instead of dropping this stitch off the left hand needle, we make a yarn over and then we purl that stitch one more time. So we've created 3 stitches, 3 new stitches out of 1 stitch. I'll show you that purl increase again, the brioche purl increase. You insert the needle into the stitch as if to purl, wrap the yarn around and pull it through, but instead of dropping the stitch off the needle, you make a yarn over on the right hand needle and then purl the stitch one more time to create 3 stitches from 1 stitch. When I get to one of those increases that I made on the previous row, I treat each one of these loops as a separate stitch. The first one, because I just purled a stitch, I'm going to slip this one and wrap it. The middle stitch, I purl, and the third stitch, I slip and wrap.